Well, the thing that I tried to fix was actually me. So I'll tell you my little story. I had been advised by my doctor at age 62 that I had cancer. And I panicked about that because my mother died of cancer at age 62. And so I actually went into meditation on how am I going to deal with this situation. And through meditation, the message that I got was, I'm not my mother. And actually, I kind of resisted that because my mother was the role model that I wanted to be. She was loving, kind, generous, had all the wonderful attributes. And when I tried to say I'm not my mother, I could not accept it. And so I went to bed concerned about that. But when I woke up in the morning, what came to me was, hey, the doctor says I have cancer, but I don't feel sick. Oh, I don't feel sick. And so I came up with an affirmation for myself. No matter what the doctors say, I'm not sick. And so I met with the surgeon, and he said, this is what's going to happen. You're going to have surgery. You're going to have 6 months of chemotherapy. After that, you'll have 48 days of radiation. And I had to go home and think about all of that. And it was, I don't care what the doctors do, I'm not sick. I am not sick. And so I went through the surgery, and amazingly, afterwards, I didn't even take any pain medication because I wasn't sick. I went through chemotherapy, and I was president of my homeowners association. I was on the landscape committee. I was busy doing things. I never missed a meeting because I wasn't sick. In the middle of the chemotherapy, my husband died. And he died very peacefully in his sleep. And I remember standing over his body and looking at him, and the first thought that came to my mind was, how could you do this to me? How selfish was that? And so I really had to meditate on that. And what I discovered was that gratitude, to be grateful for the absolutely magnificent life he had given me, was the best medicine for me. And so every day I said, thank you. Thank you for that beautiful life. And then it struck me because I wasn't working and I had a mortgage and we'd recently had to replace the car. How was I going to take care of all of that? And so I meditated once again and prayed. And it came to me what to do. I made a phone call to a real estate agent and said, I think I need to sell my house. He said, okay, can I have an appointment for tomorrow? And I said, yes. And he showed up, and he had a lady with him. And she bought my house that day. Resolved the problem. Thank you, God. Once again, I prayed with gratitude for all that was going on in my life. Well, then I had to find some place to live. And I did. But it was a very, very old mobile home, and on the outside it was great. The floor plan was wonderful. However, the decor was so ugly. Now, mind you, I'm still having chemotherapy, and I take a look at that and go, you know, fixing up this place, it's going to be physically challenging. But then I prayed and meditated. And what I realized was the universe was giving me a diversion. Stop thinking about yourself. Fix up the place. And I did. And I remember before I closed the escrow, my stepdaughter came with me and looked through the windows of the place and said, oh, Diane, it's so ugly. And a few months later, she came to visit me, and she said, my God, it's beautiful. So, prayer works. And then, I was having radiation every day, and a friend calls me and says, Diane, I need your help. I said, what? My office manager quit, and I need you to come to work for me. And I said, Terry, I'm having radiation treatments every morning. He said, that's okay, you can come in late. And so I did. And the whole story is just prayer works. And if you meditate and listen, your life can be absolutely incredible.
Thank you, Diane. That's beautiful. Thank you.